Andrew, I'll be taking you through your speaking test.
Okay.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Phương Thảo and I'm 13 years old. I live in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Fantastic. So for part one, I'm going to ask you about a couple of questions regarding your studies and work. What subjects are you studying?
I'm studying 13 subjects in my school and my favorite one is biology.
Fantastic. And do you like your subjects?
Yes, of course, because it helps me to have many skills, so in the future I can live a better life.
Very good. And what? Tell me, why do you find biology interesting?
Because I find biology interesting because I like to study about humans' body and animals' body, and my biggest dream is become a dentist, so I really like biology.
Fantastic. And tell me, do you prefer to study in the morning or in the afternoon?
I prefer study in the morning because in my case, I think that I have more energy in the morning, and in the afternoon I usually feel tired, and I also like to get up early in the morning.
Fantastic. And what type of technology do you use when you study?
I usually use the computer or smartphone.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you a little bit about writing. Okay. Do you write a lot?
Not really, I usually read.
Okay. When you do write, what do you write about?
I usually write about like projects in my school.
What's the most recent project that you've done?
I have just done the biology project, and it's about human's heart.
Okay. Nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to part two. For part two, you will have 1 minute to prepare, and then you'll have about 2 to 3 minutes to speak on your own. If I interrupt you, do not worry. So your part two is going to be about sports. So you need to describe a popular place for sports, for example a stadium or a sports science center that you have been to. You should say where it is, when you went there, what you did there, and explain how you felt about this place. So there's your topic there.
Sorry, I can't use this pen. stadiums named Meeting, and it's in Koze, Hanoi. I have been there 4 years ago, and I watched a football match from Vietnam and Thailand. Meeting Stadium is very large, and the grass were green and beautiful, and the facilities qualities was very good. But nowadays it is decreasing because of the weather, and I think that they are trying to improve the qualities of meeting stadiums, so um, they will have more like football match day. Yeah, that's all.
So tell me how did you feel about this place when you went there?
I feel like it's at that time I felt this is best stadium in the world, because that is the first stadium I went. So yeah.
And tell me, why did you go to this stadium? What was the reason for not going to a different one?
Because at that time there was a football match between Vietnam and Thailand there, and my father he was like he really liked that match, so he decided to go there.
Okay, fantastic. What we're going to do now is we're going to move to part 3. So for part 3, I'm going to ask you some questions that are related to part 2. So, do young people like to do sports?
In my opinion, they like to do sport, because nowadays even the technology is increasing every day. Young people still like to do sport to improve their health and to have a better life. And of course, in my opinion, like if you have a good body and mental health, you have a good job.
Very good. And what are the benefits of sports for children?
For children, I think that sports, for the children, they will have a good body, and they will grow faster, and their brain, if they do sports every day, their brains will develop, and I think that in the future those kids will become good people, and they will have better job. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Is it necessary to build public sports spaces?
I think it's necessary, because if we have a public. Oh, sorry, can you repeat the question?
So, is it necessary to build public sports places, like a public tennis court where anyone can go, or a public football field that's not reserved for people who have to pay money? You can go there for free.
I think that on the one hand it is necessary, because those public sport spaces will provide people places to do sports, and they don't have to waste money. But on the other hand, I think it's unnecessary, because some people they will come to that places, and they won't do sports, so that is bad for the public. And
my next question is technology helpful for people to do sports?
yeah, I think technology is very necessary for people to doing sports. Like for example, smartwatch, they can like measure our heart rate, the oxygen in our blood, and therefore we know our physic like physic health, and yeah,
Perfect. That is the end of our speaking test, so well done. You did a very good job. You may